Okay, it is a nice, wonderful, muggy Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon, and another week is done. At work, everything's going fantastically well. Cannot complain. Doing the do that I gotta do, doing my voodoo that I gotta do at work, and it's going well. I was actually supposed to go to a get-together for the next gen of help desk things, that I couldn't make it. For the simple fact is I was just too bloody tired. As much as I wanted to go, I just let my manager, look, I can't make it because due of X, Y, and Z reason, and he kind of understood why, so that's not much of a problem. So today, folks, I'm actually meeting up with Ciprian. You guys have already seen him a couple of times. We're going out for lunch at to Patate 2000, and we're going to have a good time there and spend some time together back at the local Tim Hortons here in Laval, where I usually meet up with him. So you can actually see Tim Hortons down way over there. So here, go zoom in. There it is. That's Tim Hortons over there. That's where we're going to have our little afternoon coffee and have a good time over there too. So right now, I'm just waiting up for Ciprian here. It's around 12:39 already, so he should be getting onto the bus itself and come up this way here. So bear with me. I'm going to fade out here for a moment and come back when he actually arrives, okay? So bear with me, folks. Anyhow, so it's already a little bit close to 1 o'clock. It's 12:48 and still no Ciprian. I'm only presuming right now he's actually on the bus itself, coming to meet me here where I'm located in Laval, close to where we usually have our coffees in the afternoon. So right now I'm just waiting to see if he is actually coming, because I did speak with him this morning. It was in regards to another little application that we wanted to try out together with our cell phones, because since we're both running Android phones, he had heard a couple of my ringtones that I had on my Android, so we wanted to get them off of mine onto his. So I found an application that we can actually do that with, which is just basically bumping the two together, and it'll be able to communicate between the two. So I'm hoping that he actually had that installed in at home while we were on the phone, type of thing. So once we get that done, while we're having our coffees, it'll be more enjoyable. So right now I'm just waiting to see if he's actually coming in, and right now no bus yet, as you can see over there. I'm waiting to see if he's actually coming there, but it doesn't seem like I've seen any buses as of yet. So until then, I'm going to just quickly stay put, wait until he actually arrives, and actually we can go for lunch then at Patate 2000. At the same time, after we have that, we might go to a liquidation center that you can actually get some really nice stuff there for a couple dollars less than what you would get at the local grocery store. And I usually highly suggested this to him because he's also from Romania. I'm from Canada, of course, but my background is from Germany and Austria, so sometimes we can get good foods at this place when they have them. And I also used to work at the place, so I personally know that they have some really good stuff there, especially during the Christmas season, especially the rum cakes that they have during the time. And I think that he just came in. There is an actual bus right there. I don't believe it, and I think that's him. Sorry about the screen, what you're viewing in front of my thing there. It's right now. I didn't have a chance to actually clean the screen there. Let me actually do that. Here we go.
So the explosion.
There we go. And I think he might be on it. No, he's not. Fudgesicles. Okay, so that's the wrong bus. So I'm still going to be waiting for him in regards to it. So until then, hang on with me, folks. I'll be right back with him. Okay? So be back soon. Nice little lunch with Lucky, and of course Ciprian is enjoying his club sandwich. Yay! Okay, it's a Sunday afternoon. Sorry about yesterday. I was trying to work on the vlog yesterday with Ciprian, the guy that I used to work with at another company. We did finally actually meet up. What had actually happened was that, as you had seen partly in yesterday's vlog, the bus did pass by and he was not on it. Apparently the bus actually came 7 minutes earlier than expected, and what had happened is he actually missed the bus. So he ended up texting me on my cell phone, on my cell, and I didn't see the text, but I did feel the vibration of him actually calling. So I was able to call him back without any problems, and basically I had to go pick him up at the bus stop that he was at. So it ended up that we were able to actually finally meet yesterday and went out for lunch. As you had seen what I had for yesterday's lunch, which was a souvlaki, onion rings, and a large Pepsi. And he had the club sandwich, as always, with a fries and a Coke and a Pepsi as well. So it ended up that we did have a good time yesterday. We met up, chatted our heads out like two old ladies there. And not only that, we also went down to a couple of places. One was our old working place, which was at the time that I had known that they were building a new building right next to where we used to work. So it was actually combined into, instead of now 4 buildings, is now 5 buildings altogether. So we ended up just quickly taking a look by, or passing by the place and seeing what was happening. And also he was looking to get some extra memory for his laptop. So he actually found some memory that he's actually going to pick up on his own to upgrade his laptop that he has. Last night I wanted to do the same thing, to work on a laptop that I had. Found out that I lost the power supply for it. Gangs of fun. So what's ending up with my old laptop that I have, I'm going to be taking out the memory and the hard disk from it, and then trying to find a new laptop for myself. And I do have a place where I can actually go and pick up a used business laptop fairly cheap, for about $135, with 4 gigs of RAM, 320 gig hard drive, DVD CD-ROM combo, burner type of thing. And I'm going to be picking that up next week and be setting that one up as a laptop for my usage. Not only that, but I'll have not only 2 laptops, one with the Power PC that I have, which is the old PowerBook G4, which I actually did a reinstallation of the operating system on, so for those who never did it, can actually learn from it, so to be able to install it on their own. So now I'm going to be able to have 2 laptops to work with and to go out working with if I need to bring them out. The other thing is that, with the laptops from like Toshiba and all that, the sound card would be working on those without any problems, including the wireless and the wired connections. So that's a good bonus part for me anyhow at this rate. So just to be able to sum things up, as for yesterday, we did finally meet. We did quite a few things yesterday. I ended up coming back home around 5:30, 5:45. I had a good time there. Still had to do a couple of little odds and ends here and there. I even found an old one of my other laptops previously to work with, and I'm going to see if I can even revive one of those up with a newer version of Ubuntu Linux on it. Just for the fact is I think the OS that I already had on there is already fairly out of date, and it needs to be re-imaged with a new OS. So with that, it'll be at least up to date with the current line of OSs that are currently out on Linux. The only thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to put Windows on there, because Windows is too memory intensive, and it's really bloated down. Even with Windows 7 and Windows 8 and 8.1, because those two are the latest generations of OSs from Microsoft. And it's just not worth putting something on such an old system. Linux, on the other hand, was meant to work with older systems, and to be able to upgrade it from there, and to be able to do what I needed to do with that type of system. The one that I found was actually ThinkPad Center. Not Think Center. It's another model from IBM. It's a ThinkPad. Sorry. And I'll be installing Linux on that one. It'll be able to work with, and be able to have some fun with it as well. So I'll be at least running some type of other operating system on one of these systems to work with. So just to make this a small video for the weekend, that's what I've been up to with Ciprian and my fellow colleagues, and the weekend's gone by so fast again. It's hard to believe that when we get to the weekends, they go twice as fast as during the weekdays. But at least now, with my job that I'm working at, the days go by fairly quickly, and it's fun working. At least it doesn't feel so slow. And I've been fairly busy at work, so I don't mind it going as quickly as it does and having fun at the same time. At least it doesn't feel like at the other places that I have worked at previously, where it felt like it's gone so slowly, like it feels like molasses almost. But at least it's fun. Anyhow, with this being done for the day, I'm going to call this a short video for the weekend, since there's nothing really else much to add except for doing some laundry and all that. I don't think anybody's interested in seeing me doing laundry, so I'm going to call this a short video for the weekend. Everybody, I'll see you next weekend. More likely what will be happening next weekend, and if I timed everything perfectly, I may have another luncheon with my colleague Ciprian, and that way we're going to also head down to one of my suppliers to get the laptop that I wanted to get, and that way we'll be able to show what we were able to pick up for a good price, so at least everybody will know where to go. And I might just show you the website that I usually go to find the good prices that I can get in Montreal. And not only that, I usually highly suggest for people when they are looking for other things, you know, sometimes everybody always says, oh, I gotta get a new laptop, I usually hesitate of always getting a new laptop for the simple fact is at the big box stores, and again, this is not to put them down, they're only trying to make money like everybody else. Sometimes the newer laptops may be on the cutting edge, using like Windows 7, Windows 8.1 or 8.0. They are good operating systems to some extent, but sometimes having the latest and greatest thing may not always work out the way you want them to work out, just for the simple fact that they're just on the leading edge. So I usually wait for ones that are at least a generation or two behind, that I know that they are going to work well and they are going to last at least for several years. That's what I usually find out, that I usually keep the longest, because I know these systems are going to last. They were meant to last. And especially when I work with desktops and laptops, they're usually business grade desktops and laptops. They're not the typical home desktop or laptops that you can get at the local box stores. And they're highly, what's the word I'm looking for? They're more integrated and specialized to be working long hours. So I know they're going to last a lifetime of work. So with that being said, gentlemen and ladies, or I should say ladies and gentlemen, not the other way around, have yourself a great day. I'll see you next week.